Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is February 1st, 2020. Could you believe it? Already February's here. Wow. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. I hope you like the content. You come back for more. Today I just want to do a little talk about, a little eBay talk. This morning I'm just going to bump out of the screen really quick here. And what I like this morning is I went to the little bell over here and I seen over here, paid, ship now. So I'm going to do that in a second, but let me just go back over here. Yeah, I was really happy to see that there. Whenever I get a sale, it makes me very happy. I'm sure a lot of us do get happy when we see those sales. But I just want to go over there, talk a little about it as I'm prepping the box up. I'm going to talk about how I get everything ready for shipping and stuff like that. And first thing I need is a cup of coffee. Yes, gotta have that first cup of coffee. You guys notice I work at a little dining table here. I do a lot of my filming and stuff and work in the studio here, and it's quiet here. I can get a lot of stuff done. I can talk without distractions, hopefully not. And that's basically it. Now, what I want to talk about really quick is I want to just talk a little about prepping, how I'm going to prep this item up here. This is the cure I just showed you. And this is the last one, actually, that's going out. I had 4 of them up and a lot of them going out. There is a story that I want to show it to you really quick. There is one coming back, same model, K10. And what happened was the person who bought it, I'm going to take these glasses off. The person who bought it from me decided to send it back. They bought it, I think, on the 28th, and I think on the 29th they want to send it back. So they only had it for a day. It was going to New Jersey. So their reason was I want to return it because I can get one cheaper, and I seen it somewhere else for less. So that's fine. Listen, you can return it. That's okay. I have no problem with that. You're not compelled to keep it. I offer a 30-day free return. But the good thing about it, though, is what I have to share with you guys is they're paying the return shipping. I had called eBay up yesterday, well, the day when I happened, not yesterday, the day before. And when I confronted eBay and I said, talked to them on the phone, I said, listen, I go, what happens in the case of this? Now, I know pretty much people say, well, if it's a case like that, as long as it's not described, or they're not returning it as defective, not working, or not as described, you're going to get your money back, the shipping wise, shipping costs. So I said, okay, I'm thinking to myself, let me see, I want to find out for myself. I want to hear directly from them. So I called up eBay and I asked them, and the guy goes, no, they're going to pay for the return shipping because they wrote on there. For those who don't know, if you're new to eBay and stuff like that, when you call them up, just got to give you guys a heads up. All your calls are being recorded, okay? And they'll tell you that these calls are being recorded, and sometimes if it's something that gets viable that they want to hand off to their manager, let their manager or supervisor listen to, they do that. They tell me many a times. Well, the times I called up. So yeah, they do record all your calls. Also, they look at all your records, the correspondence you have with the buyer and the buyer has with you, so it goes back and forth. So be careful what you're saying. Don't be rude to the buyers or whatever, and not to the eBay teammates. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm okay. And I also have another return coming back. It's a pair of little like booty type shoes. Some lady bought them, and they were like I think a size 5.5, whatever. They bought them, and they returned them and said, nice shoes, but too small. Okay, well that's the size that's in the shoes. That's the shoe size. So, but you're right. I have no problem with that. You buy something that doesn't fit, return it. So anyway, with that set aside, those are the only 2 things I had going as far as coming back. But I assure you, that way Cura comes back, I got to make sure it's okay, that nothing's missing, nothing's broken or damaged, because you got to be careful. If you send it out in 1A condition and the buyer doesn't pack it up in 1A condition, it comes back to you. It could be broken, cracked, or whatever, and then it has to be sold for parts not working. That happened to me with a printer once before. I sent out the packet, sent out a nice printer, and it was packed really well. And when the buyer got it, they decided to last minute they sent it back. The thing was rocking and rolling in the box. It wasn't packed properly, and a little the front piece there was like a little metal piece that where you could key in all the features on the LCD. It popped off. Thank God I was able to put it back on again, but it was damaged. So. Needless to say, that had to be resold for parts not working. It was a good printer, but when it came back due to poor packaging, I didn't fight it with eBay. No, matter of fact, no, I should say that there. No, I did fight that one with eBay, and I also let PayPal know too that it was damaged upon return, and PayPal had made it, they made good on it, to be honest with you. So yeah, that one there, I didn't take a beating on that. The only beating I took on it, that was a good printer, when it was working, functional printer, but when it got back to me, it was damaged. But they made good. PayPal made good, and so did eBay, because they know it was a working printer and stuff like that. Plus, I did videos on it. But anyway, I don't want to keep talking about touches on that there. I want to just talk about really quick what I'm going to do with the printer here, and then I just want to share some information with you guys and just get this off. So I'm going to finish the rest of my coffee, and then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to show you how I prep this thing up and get it ready to go out. It's a little after 9, and the letter carrier will be here around 10ish. He comes to the neighborhood. We get him in the morning. So I would like to get this thing prepped and ready to go, because he'll save me a trip from going to the post office. So anyway, let me finish my coffee, and then I'm just going to go back to you really quick and show you how I pack this thing up and get it ready. Okay, thanks. Okay, first thing I want to just show you really quick what I got laid out here. I got a damp rag over here. Okay, I also have the machine itself. I got some labels here. And I also got the packing slip, which I always like to include when it comes to shipping this stuff out. You can see I have paper here. I have a little sharpening stone here. And you're probably wondering, oh boy, what is this guy going to do with that? I got priority mail. I got my tape. I got the ruler over here. I also have the box I have here, and I have a yardstick ruler here, metal one. Okay, so what I want to do is the first thing I want to do is prior to getting this thing ready for shipping out. I always like to give it the once over, dust it up, because it does sit in the storage facility. So I like to just give it a little once over. Now this one here, for people who don't know, really quick, I'm trying to get over there. For people who don't know, this particular model does not have the little, little, I forget what they call it there. It's a little thing that tells you the ounces and stuff like that there. I told it it's listed in the, what do you call it, in the description. So you guys who have Keurigs or know of them, it's that little gray thing that has a 6, 8, 10 ounce, whatever. I told them in the description that part's missing. This was listed for $29.99. I took a best offer on it, and the person offered me 20 bucks for it, so I said, you know what, I'll take it. This is the last one going out. Will I be getting more of these? I probably will, as long as they're in decent condition. This one here and this one here, the drip cup, the drip tray here, this here is, well, we all know this is plastic, but they really get scratched up for putting the mugs back and forth in there, Anyway, so yeah, once I give it the once over, I also like to, what do you call it there, wrap plastic around it, which I got to get in a second. So let me get that first. I'm going to show you. I forgot that part. Okay, the first thing I like to do is, well, I'm gonna get to this in a second, the sharpening stone, the other stuff. What I want to do first is, let me just move this to the side. I always like to wrap everything up in plastic. And that's the other thing I want to do too. Okay, you're probably noticing I got plastic here, and I got a little bubble wrap from an envelope I used, a padded envelope. And you're probably wondering what I like to do with this here. Well, I'll tell you what I like to do with this. Before I ship these things out, okay, I always like to make sure that the cord is protected, because when you put it in here, I don't want to scratch the unit. So that's why I save these pieces. They come in handy and stuff like that. And basically what I'm going to do is just, cut a little piece out like this. This is how I like to send my stuff out, because, I want the buyer to know that, when they're getting stuff from me, it's going to come protected and stuff. I want to make sure nothing gets scratched and stuff like that. So what I usually do is, I don't know if I'm going to keep this whole piece on here. Basically just cut it off like this here, without cutting the cord, of course. And I put this like this. This here. And again, for all intents and purposes, this is to protect it from scratching the unit. So I have my tape gun here. And I also got a roll of clear tape, because this tape's just about running out. Well, I use a lot of clear tape because I tape my labels on and stuff, so, that's, clear tape goes really quick in this, with this business. Anyway. Put this over here just to make sure it stays like that. Okay. So now that this is protected, okay, I'll see you save a little piece here. Sometimes being frugal drives you really crazy being too frugal. Okay, so now what I want to do is, get the ones off my hands, make sure there's no dust on it. I always like to wrap stuff up in plastic. I know some people watch this, but I said, why don't you get yourself a bigger table? I know. I thought about it, but I said right now, for all intents and purposes, I need to work with this right now. I got to work with what I have, you know. There's an old saying, sometimes you got to work with what you have, and I have to do that. Okay, so what I like to do is wrap this up. Now, basically, this plastic bag here, I get these plastic bags from the, you know, these are actually not pre-owned. These are from the dry cleaning, and they're clean bags, of course. And I don't throw them out. So when I come back from the dry cleaner, I remove the bags. I take them off the clothing, and you know, I just use them, recycle them, repurpose them. Okay, instead of throwing plastic away. So once you get it like that there. And you're going to go like this, cut the excess off. Okay, put that to the side. And now we get this guy ready for prepping. Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys do that there. You know, if you sit there, I don't know if you guys wrap stuff in plastic or however you ship your stuff out, but I like doing this here. To me, it's you know, it just kind of like gives the buyer a little, hey, you know, this was, you know, sent out okay. The guy, you know, the seller put his, you know, put a little time into it. Okay. It's a good thing I got my tape there because I just ran out of tape. All right, let's change this over. Let's get rid of this. Like I said, clear tape goes really quick around here, to be honest with you. All right, so let's get this here. Well, you know what it is? I use the clear tape for everything. You know, I use it for my labels. And some people just buy one roll, you know, one thing of tape, like I don't roll it like that. I use clear tape for everything. I don't buy all these different tapes. I got the brown and I got the clear, and that's for all intents and purposes. That's a rhyme and a reason for that. Okay. All right. So what I like to do is just to keep this part from opening up. I like to just see it. Whoops, whatever. Damage it. Okay, like that. All right. That's just to keep this up from here. But sometimes, yeah, I guess you know what? I'm gonna have to go a little more around this here because what I'm gonna have to do in order to keep that down like that. I just realized something. See, it's gonna lift this here. So let's take what we left off and go this way with it. It's gonna have to go all the way to the other side. Like this. And I'm gonna have to pick up and turn it this way. And the reason I want to keep that like that is because I don't want this thing to open up during shipment. It shouldn't, but you never know. You never know, folks. So I always like to be safe than sorry. And let's get another one here just to connect it. Keep them all together. And like that keeps things in order here. Make sure this is like this here. All right, let's see. Okay, that's good. All right, so I don't need the rag right now, so I can put the rag to something else. Clean rag anyway. All right, so what I'm going to do now is, now when it comes to shipping stuff like this here, I got my scale here. I'm going to have to probably eventually move this stuff. What I want to also do too is, before I start getting into it, this is the packing slip, okay? And I like to cut this like this here. And I always say, folks, ounces turn to pounds. So believe it or not, you might say, by me trimming this here, I do save a little on this. And believe me, I experienced it myself firsthand. You might say, yeah, you mean really trimming this little stuff? It does. It really does in some cases, okay? So let's get rid of that. And I always like to fold it up. And I put it right up here like this here. Get a little piece on both sides here. So Mr. Frugal, I take one piece and use like this, I know. All right, I have a little tape dispenser that has a small tape, but for all intents and purposes, I'm going to do this. Okay, so now that's good. This here, I don't throw this out. This is going to be used for printing out my packing slip. Yeah, the postage, you know, the postage slip. Okay, now, here's the thing. Before I get started, let's do this really quickly. I'm going to move the labels. I got a sharpening stone, I know. Mr. Frugality, right? Because I don't really like going out buying these blades all the time, and I've been doing this here. This blade, I can't tell you how long I had it, but by using the sharpening stone, I get a lot of use out of this here. So basically what I do is, if I feel it's getting dull, I'll go a couple times like this with the sharpening stone. All right, a couple times like that. All right. Sometimes you get it right. You gotta make sure you don't cut your fingers on it, of course. I'll put this to the side. I'll actually put it over here. We don't need that right now either. So let's get this out of the way. We'll put this in cover. Get that out of the way. And now, here's the thing. When you guys are selling this here, I just want to give you a little tip. If you're into selling Keurigs. I got this box here at Walmart, okay? It's a 15 by 12 by 10. Now, the only thing you got to do with this here, this side's okay, all right? These sides here, the 12 by 10 is good. The only thing you want to do to keep it within the postage amount, it also saves the buyer money too, because that 1 inch lengthwise will make a big difference in what it's going to cost. So what I do is I cut these down, I cut this size down to 13. I leave everything else alone, but I cut it to 13 as far as the lengthwise. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to go like this here, and we're going to go to, what's the box in it, this here? Let's move this guy really quick here. I know, I really should get like a utility table here, but it's okay. For now, like I said, you know, it'll do. So what I want to do now is, I want to take this guy up. Let's get the thing here. I usually just go one across like this, just to hold it in place. Like that. Okay. And I'm going like this here. Now, even though, oh, I hate when that happens, the tape goes, sticks to the other side. Okay. Even though, here we go. I'm going to be cutting this side. I'm going to be cutting the side like this here. You don't have to go all the way across if you don't want to. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care because, like I said, it's a little tape. So when you get a little cross like that there, what I want to do now is get this out here just so we can avoid some problems. We don't need any damage. I don't want that to get damaged. I'll put that to the side. Okay, what I want to do now is, now, as you can see here, the box is 15 inches. I don't know if you can see that there. The rule is showing 15 inches. What we're going to do is take my truck's little pen over here, and I want to do is I want to measure it 13 inches because 13 inches is going to keep it right where I want it. Okay, so let's mark it like this here, all right, and you're going to go right across. Now to keep this here from flopping down like this here, just use this as a brace, okay, like that. It's only for the one side you're going to do it. You don't have to measure up here because this is going to be a little off, so you got to go with the sides here. Okay, so you're going to like this, all right. I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can because I only have so much time left on my camera anyway. Okay, same thing. And don't eye it. Some people will eye it and copy to it. You know, like in other words, to try to carry the line through. Just measure it out. Just take the initiative and just go like this. You know, just do it the right way. All right. So what you want to do is go like this, 13 inches here, and you want to pick up. All right, like this here. All right, so like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but again, you want to try to keep it, you know, within that measurement, okay? So we're going to go to 13 inches here, same thing here. Okay, and remember folks, to support this here, just tuck this in like that, it gives it a little support. And what you want to do now is just go like this. Now for some reason, let's see here, oh, can I measure this right here? And I'm rushing over here. Okay. Oh, this is 13. For some reason, it looks like it's a little off at the bottom there. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. All right. Let's see. Let me just measure this one. This side here is a little. It seems like it's off. Definitely off. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely off. I don't know why. Okay. Let's try to keep this in unison with this here. I don't like the way that looks there. Okay. For some reason, this one looks like it's a little off. Maybe it's the way the box. Maybe the way I measured it out. All right. Anyway, we got that there, right, 13 inches, okay, and we got this here. This one looks like it's shifted over a little, okay, all right, that's because I'm rushing over here, shouldn't try to take it easy here with this stuff here, okay. So it's just a little off, let's just do this here. Let's just measure this here. And I just want to, you know, Norm Abram, if you watch this whole house, this, you know what this thing is? Measure twice, cut once. All right, this is the first time this ever happened. Okay, anyway, so now I got my knife sharpened up. Let's get this, we ain't gonna need this anymore. We got my knife sharpened up, and what we're gonna do is now we're just gonna cut. I'm gonna cut on this line here, and we're gonna cut it. Now the blade is good. It's important, pretty good. All right, like that. And we're gonna go like this. We're gonna continue it. Can you guys see it? Okay, I don't know if you can see it better. I'm sorry, I'm kind of rushing here right now because I definitely want to get this thing out of here. I just want to double check this one more time here because I don't like the way this thing looks. Let me see something over here. No, that's it. It's 13 inches. All right. Just seems a little, seems like it's a little off for some reason. I don't know why. All right. It doesn't matter. As long as the box itself is cut down to 13 inches. Okay. So, and we got that there. All right. So I'm going to show this here. All right, we got a little fold over here. Careful you don't cut your fingers. I tell you, doing it the way I do it with the, what do you call it there, with the sharpening saw, it really, you get a lot of use out of this here. Okay. So now, if you look at the box this way here, this is what we want right here. We want 13 inches. Whoops. We want 13 inches, and that's what it measures out to. So we'll put that to the side over here. Now, with this box here, this side here, you're going to do is take this, and you're going to fit it right in here. Like this. Now you're probably saying, okay, how are you going to keep that thing in here? How does that stay up? First of all, these tabs you're going to cut off. These tabs that you don't need, that extra weight, it's going to create a problem for you. So you don't need that. So you just cut that off. That's something you don't need. Actually, just take it off like this here. You don't need these here. You don't need these tabs. What you want to do is then, after you do that, put it in here. Well, that knife was so sharp, it went right through the other part. I didn't want that to happen, but it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. No big thing. All right, what you want to do then, you can't see it, but what you want to do then is put tape with these extra folds in here. Put tape in here so this keeps us from rocking and rolling here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this here, and we're just going to put it on the edge over here. I'll show you afterwards. I'll show you what I'm doing afterwards. So this one here, like this, I think you guys know what I'm doing, but let's just get this here. Just for the time being, make sure it lines up here. Okay, and you want to just go like this, place that in there. And you want to keep one at the bottom so it doesn't rock and roll with one on the bottom too. But let me just show you in a second. Let me just do this here. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Now, a lot of people are going to do this here, and I don't blame you. You know, some people say, I don't have the time for this here. This is good for a once-in-a-while thing. If you're a person if you're going to sell these items a lot, these particular Keurigs, then it's a different story. But you see how the tape goes in there on the sides? It tapes it, so it's to hold it in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it moves around, it shifts, but that's okay. And we're just going to put one over here just to keep these two guys from going back and forth in there, okay? Now, of course, we got to still make sure this is reinforced. So that's what people always wonder. What do you do with the sides? The sides is simple. We're going to just go like this with the tape. You're going to go like this. All right. Now, you're probably saying, why did I cut a big piece of tape like that? I know. The only thing that does stuff like when you're doing stuff like this, you got to be careful because sometimes you can end up getting messed up over here. You know. All right. So what you're going to do is go like this. That's where this guy comes in. And what you want to do is fold him like this here. Okay. It's like making a Franking box. A Franking box, they call those things. You ever hear the expression Franking box? Okay. Alright, so what we want to do is go now, a lot of you probably saying, oh, I wonder what the buyer thinks when they get their item. Well, here's what I'm going to say to that. The buyer, I've been doing it like this here for a long time, folks. Doing it this way, and never had a complaint from a buyer saying, complaining about the packaging. You know what I say? Did it get to you in one piece? That's all that matters. As long as it gets to you in one piece, that's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. I'm concerned about how you're getting it. If you're getting it in one piece, that's all that matters. A little piece. This tape, I get this tape from Walmart. It's not bad. A little on the cheap side, but you know what? It does the trick. All right. And the sides you always want to reinforce. You might want to reinforce these here. Now look, if you're selling a lot of these Keurigs, if you're selling a lot of these things, you're not going to sit there and do this. I know I wouldn't. And just give it a little extra rigidity, just a little, keep it. Because remember one thing, the side here can be a little loose. Okay, so let's make sure that's good in there. And we just want to reinforce this one here. Might be cheap tape, but in layers it works good. Okay, so now you got that there. So your box is down to 13 inches. Okay. Now, in regards to the paper, okay. In regards to the paper, I don't think I need this tape anymore. Let's put this thing over here. I get this paper at my local store. Okay. And what I do is basically, it's for free. And I like to get the big pieces like this. Whenever I go for paper, I always like to get these big sheets like this here. Okay. Now this works out pretty good for me because I have been doing this here for quite some time when it comes to shipping these Keurigs out. It's been working for me, and thank God, knock on wood, never had a problem with it. Never had a problem with it. People never complaining, oh, you know, the thing I received the Keurig and it got here damaged, it was broken, whatever. It's been working for me. You know, let's put it that way. I'm not going to buy bubble wrap. If you go to Walmart, you buy bolo wrap, it's expensive. It really is. It's pretty pricey. So I don't know how much the roll is, but it's like $16, $17. And I'll be honest with you, for the price I'm charging for that, if I did buy that, I would have to ante it up, really pass it on to the buyer. So I do it this way here, and it works. All right, one more for good measure. Okay. The whole idea is just to protect us from bouncing around. Okay, now we're going to take the Keurig. All right. Gently place it in here, like this. All right. And that's how it's going to look inside. What I do now, people say, well, what do you do about the sides? Well, very simple. Same thing. I take it this way now. I just go like this. Put it in the top, like that. Okay, same thing. You know what's nice? The nice thing about it is getting this paper for free. And you want to just pack it in like that. And believe it or not, folks, this works. People may make the difference and say, I don't see how, but oh, it works. Trust me. I've been doing it like this here for a long time. I sold many Keurigs, and thank God the buyer, when they get it on the other end, thank God they never complained and said, hey, you know, I received that Keurig, the thing came back. Well, I want to jinx myself. Huh. All right, so yeah, I like to make sure everything's tucked away really good. All right. Now, when I put that paper in there, I don't have to worry about this thing coming off because sometimes these things will pop off the drip trays. Okay. Now, for the little sides like that, the little voids. Okay, the little voids, what I do is I will take a piece like this, a big full sheet, cut it like this, and I will put it in here like that, just to fill a void in. And if there's any voids like that, you don't have to go super crazy with it. Remember one thing, it also, paper is heavy too at times, so you got to be careful. But it's just to protect the voided areas, the areas that have it. All right. Now, of course, you're not going to put it like this. You're going to put paper on it as well. Okay. Sometimes what I do is, if I have the cardboard, I will put a piece of cardboard. Let me just get a piece of cardboard, and I'll be right back. Okay. Bear with me 1 second here. Okay. All right. Okay. Being frugal as I am, I save these strips when I cut them up. Okay. The reason why I do that there, if you want to give it a little extra protection on the sides, you could drop this in. It's almost like double boxing it. But for all intents and purposes, I know I've done this before like this here, and I never had a problem. So what I'll do is I'll take 2 pieces of strips like this here, cut them down to size, all right, like this here. Again, remember, you don't want it to be too heavy because ounces turn to pounds. Remember that, okay? So we're just going to cut this like this here, like that. We already got the label in there. If you want to keep these from flopping around, just take a little piece of tape going like this here. And believe me, folks, the buyer on the other end appreciates what you do. Trust me. Okay, you don't have to go crazy with that. And the same thing, again, we're going to throw these pieces out. We don't need these little pieces. And we don't need this. If you get a chance, when you're cutting up extra boxes, old boxes, save the pieces. You never know you're going to use it for certain things. Save them. If you got the room, save it. What's the big deal? All right, so now again, we're going to go with this because we don't want this to flop around. And we're going to do the same thing again here. Let's get this out here. I'm sorry. Same thing. Now on this here, you don't want to put so much paper because again, it will make it a little heavy as time goes on. We just added cardboard to it now, but this is just to give it a little reassurance to keep it, if it does bounce this way, it's going to be somewhat protected. I think about 6 sheets like this, I figure about maybe 4 or 5, just to play it on the safe side. Let's get that piece of cardboard out of here. I figure out maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 10. Okay, so what you're going to do is, and here's what I recommend you do. Alright, so after you get what you want in here, you want to do the shake test, of course. So let's close this up here. Like this. Alright. Alright. Okay. What you want to do is you want to make sure everything is copacetic. That's it. Okay. I'm rushing because I know the mailman will be here soon. Okay. Now what I do is before I actually print out the postage, I'm just going to do something over here really quick. So let me stop here for a second with this. Oh, let me get that tape out there. I'm just going to go 1 sheet all over 1 piece. Alright. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay. Now what we want to do is, now after we tape that up, we've got a little trusty scale here. I only put 1 piece across because in case I have to remove paper to make it too hard, because I only have a certain weight limit on this here. I calculated this here, I think between 8 and 9 pounds. Anything over that, I'm going to be eating shipping, so you got to be careful. This has a whole feature. Okay, turn it on. Okay, we got it for pounds and ounces. And we're going to see. Let's see what this weighs. So always got to keep your fingers crossed. Okay. Whoops. Hold on. It didn't hold feature for some reason. My trusty little postage scale. Come on, Alice. Don't let me down. Don't fail me now. Okay, let's try it again. It's always the scary part. All right. 8 pound 1 ounces. Okay. So, you know, the post office, in some cases, they round it off. Now, what I want to do now is this. I want to go to my computer. I want to make sure that's in the right weight limit. All right. Because I don't want it to go any. If it go, that's going to, believe it or not, that 8 pound 1 ounce will really beef up the thing. So I might have to take out maybe a piece of cardboard or whatever. I like to keep it in the 8 pound range. If it goes anything more, like I said, an ounce can make a big difference. And I don't want to be overcharging the buyer, and I don't want to undercharge them either. So because then I have to pay if it's under. You know, they only allowed it so much, then it's going to come out of my pocket. So I'm going to go right now to the computer at my computer over there, and I'm going to make sure that that's in the right rate, weight limit. If necessary, I might have to take a piece of cardboard out to get it to 8 pounds, because that's what I usually calculate. So let's see what the story is. I'll be right back. Okay, well here's the story with that. I'm going to have to open it up and take out something here to keep it down to 8 pounds, because anything more than that, it's going to cost me now. So what I got to do now is take out maybe a piece of cardboard and just keep one in there. And I got to get rid of that extra ounce. There might be something over here. I might have to probably take one of these things out. And if you ever want to get an idea of what it's all about, how to do that there, when you got your scale, keep your scale handy, of course. You're going to have to play around with it, because, like I said again, if it goes any more than that, it's going to cost me, so I got to be careful. And it's not the buyer's fault, it's mine, because I'm managing too much packing material. Okay, perfect. I took this piece out, it brought it down to 8 pounds exactly. That's what I'm looking for, 8 pounds, okay? That added an extra ounce, all right? Now, it's still going to be protected. People say, yeah, but it's still going to... Oh, no, it is. I know it is. I know it is. I had, like I said again, I had no problem doing this here with my other Curers. I've been selling quite a few Curers. Go look on it. If you look online, you can see. Go look at my feedback. The people who bought it, bought the Curers for me. Never had, thank God, never had a complaint with somebody saying, oh, geez, I have the Curers, it came damaged and stuff like that. Never had a problem like that. All right, so now we're going to retape this up. Okay, we're going to put this one here. We're going to put that. We're going to save that piece, and we're going to take this, and we're going to. I don't have to worry doing to shake this. I know it's already packed well. All right. So, it ain't going nowhere. That's the most important thing. When it comes to these things across here, I like to always give it an extra, just an extra one here. Like this. Okay. I'm sorry I'm working fast, folks. I want to try to get this out for the letter carrier to come by, because this way he gets it. You know, he can take care of it. He can send me a trip to the post office. The post office by me, it's always crowded this time. You know, like in the morning. Believe it or not, they open at 9 o'clock and it's on 9:30 here. Yeah, I like to make sure everything's, actually, instead of just save myself a trip, I always like to wrap it around. Well, you know what it is, people may say, waste a lot of tape there, but you know what? I want to make sure nothing comes out, I want to make sure everything's secure, like that. So I don't mind. The tape I get cheap enough, the dollar store. I get the tape at the dollar store, so I'm not too worried about it. It's $1. Okay, so we got that all taken care of. We know we're not going to eat this guy anymore. All right, what you want to do next is, and we don't need the tape here. We don't need this. I don't need the ruler. I thought I needed the little rule. I bought it, but I didn't need it. Okay, so what I want to do now is, already got the package stuck in here. We already know this is 8 pounds, which is perfect. So what I want to do now is take these labels here. Okay, I got these labels I made on my computer. Mr. Cheapo over here. Well, first thing I want to do is, because I don't buy eBay branded boxes, I make my own labels. I think I told you guys before, I don't know if you know that, I do it on my color printer. This is what I print, this is what I put on the box. Well, I advertise my own business, well, I'm going to put eBay on there. I mean, I know you can say, see the eBay symbol there, but it says Shop RJC for great deals on eBay. I mean, I want to promote my business. I don't mind promoting eBay, but I want to promote my business. So I usually put that, well actually, most likely this is going to go priority mail, so what I want to do first is put a priority mail sticker right here first. That's what I usually do, is set it up that way. So like this, put this little guy here, put this over here, like that. All right, and go across here, like this here, like that. All right, so I got my advertisement on here. Now people say, so what about how you're going to protect the unit? Well, that's the thing. That's where it's going to come in right now. I printed out these labels. I got a couple labels actually I could do. Sometimes I put fragile this side up. It depends. Like, I mean, I don't think it really needs it right now. All that other stuff. I'm going to put a piece of tape over here just to keep this here closed. I don't like the way that looks. I like this. Just to give it a little extra protection there. That shouldn't happen anyway. Yeah, I could put the sides up like this. Sometimes I'll do that as well. Put this side up. But it doesn't matter because no matter where they push it, position it, it's going to be protected. Okay? I know that no matter where they position, it's going to be protected. What I do put on is these stickers. As a matter of fact, I'm going to print most of the last one. I will put electronic material, which it is, and it says, please do not crush or drop. Okay, I put that on there. I slap it right on the top here. Got to leave a little room because now I'm going to put my shipping label on it. And we'll put this like right over here. And like that. And I think I'll be all ready for the letter carrier when it gets here. Okay. Now, you don't need to see me putting the label. You know the shipping label is going to go right over here. But there you go, folks. And again, if you're going to sell Curates, just to recap really quick, you could use the, if you get a box, remember what I'm telling you, if you get a box at Walmart, the 15 by 12 by 10, right? If you want to keep everything, you don't want the box to be too oblong, because remember one thing, now think about this for 1 second. Those extra 2 inches, right, 30, well there, those extra inches that you're going to get with the box being 15 inches, you're going to have to add more packing to it. Okay, no doubt about it. You're going to have to add more packing. With the more packing, it's going to increase the weight, and it's going to increase the postage. And if you allotted between a certain weight limit, anything over, you're going to pay for it. Unless you're going to contact your buyer and say, listen, I underestimated the weight on there. Could you please remit an extra $2 or $3? I think you might get your buyers a little annoyed. So that's why I did what I did here. And it works out perfect. As long as you got that thing packed up nice and top, the front, the sides, whatever, you should have no problem. Now, I'm not going to say if the letter carrier is going to take and start playing volleyball with it, is there a chance we get damaged? It possibly could. But otherwise, remember that, okay? 15 by 12 by 10. If you get these at Walmart, I don't know how much they are. I think they're under $1 for this size. I'm not sure. Cut it down to 15 inches. You've seen how quick I did it, right? Measure all the way around, and you slice it, keep a nice sharp utility knife, and you're good to go. All right, so let me just go to my screen, and we'll close this out. Wow. After all of that checking out, making sure the package was packed right and stuff, I just barely got it to the letter carrier. He just went down the block. I just ran down there, dropped it off to him. I missed him by this much, or else otherwise I got to go to the post office. It's not out of my way, but, you know, I'm trying to be conservative, save gas and stuff like that, so it worked out perfect. But listen, I took enough of your time. I do appreciate you hanging out, checking out. You can see my digital camera set up back there. Yes, I do work over here in the studio, and like I said, what you see back here, that's my white screen. I use that there on occasion to, you know, put different backdrops up. I think I've talked to you guys about that once before. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope you got, like, you know, good little information from it. You know, we got a little takeaway from it, whatever, just in regards to how I ship my stuff out, how I like to pack things up. And if you do like my videos, or if you've seen any of my videos, or if this is the first time coming to my YouTube channel, you're a visitor or whatever, I put videos like this out on occasion. I will, you know, talk a little about the stuff I'm selling, and I do other stuff as well. I do the reselling news. This is the Let's Talk eBay segment. I also do vlogging. I may do a vlog on how-to stuff from the video editing software I use to make my videos, with little tips and tricks within that software. I talk about my website and stuff like that, the software I use for that. I talk about a host of different other things. If you look at my videos, there's way too many of them to, you know, sit here and talk about. There's over 1,000+ videos, so I can't remember verbatim what they all are, but if you just scroll down, if you would go to my video page, you'll see all the videos I'm talking about. You're more than welcome to check them out. And if you do like any of them, give them a thumbs up. If you like this video, if you got something from it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, you know, for those who are new, I like to share information with you guys out there. whether it be about, the reselling. Like I like to talk about the reselling part of it. And I also, like I said again, I do some do-it-yourselves and how-tos and stuff. So if you guys get a chance, check them out. Okay, it's going on 10 p.m. 10 a.m. But before you know it, the way the time flies around here, it will be 10 p.m. I never seen time go so fast, to be honest with you folks. No, but it's 10 a.m. in the morning over here. I think I'm going to break for breakfast. I only had my first cup of coffee, as you can see. That was my pick me up thing there to go here. So now it's time to have breakfast. I do like to have breakfast on occasion, but you know what it is? I wanted to get this video out to you guys. Like I said, I love sharing information with you guys, and I do hope you have, from watching my videos, I do hope you get a takeaway from it. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any other videos later today. I don't know if I'm going to do any reselling or another segment of Let's Talk eBay. I don't know right now. I don't know how long this is going to take, because I got to, put pieces all together, edit them and stuff. So sometimes it does take a long time to do this stuff. But anyway, if I don't, have a great weekend. And I wish you guys, if you are eBay sellers, that I hope you have great sales. I'm hoping for myself as well. I hope 2020 could be a good year for us eBay sellers. And don't give up. I mean, I know sometimes things look a little dismal, where I myself will look at my sales when I do my analytics and stuff like that. And I don't know if you guys seen the video yesterday. And yeah, it's not, it's not something it's something to write home about per se, but it is what you put into it. As a lot of people tell you, even like with a YouTube channel. I notice on my YouTube channel, I get a couple subscribers, I lose a couple subscribers. I don't know if my channel will ever hit 1,000 subscribers. If it does, that'll be a milestone. Like when PewDiePie hit over 100 million, that was a milestone for him, big milestone. I mean, geez, I wish I could have millions of subscribers, but it does take time when it comes to create videos. So if you're going to start a YouTube channel in conjunction with your eBay business, don't give up on either or. I get up in the morning when I log on my computer and I go to my YouTube channel. I say, I look at Special Social Blade up. You got a subscriber, unsubscriber. It's like, it kind of puts you in like a very blasé mood. It's like, man, what am I doing wrong with my videos, But don't give up. Don't give up. Look, for the people that, it's like anything else. It's like, how could I say it? It's like going to a restaurant for the first time. You went to this new restaurant. All your friends told you about it, and they said, hey, that restaurant's really great. The food's great in there. You went in there, and you thought the food was so-so, and you say, you know what? I'm never coming back here again. And let me tell you something. For every one person that doesn't go back to that particular restaurant, I'm using it as an example, you might get 5 or 10 other people. So it's the same thing with the YouTube as well. You may lose 1 or 2 subscribers. They might not like your content. They may not like you. I'm not saying not like it in a bad way, but they may not like the content. Some people have their own way of looking at life. Or they may not like your content you're putting out. I'm not to say, I shouldn't say maybe they don't like you, but maybe they don't. Maybe they don't like me. Not you, but me. It's okay though. People, or maybe they just like the content. Maybe you're putting too many videos out. Maybe they're subscribed, and they keep getting all these updates and all the time. Every time you pop a video out, especially if you're a daily vlogger like me. I mean, I'm popping out a video every day, sometimes 2 videos a day. So it might be too much for people. That's why sometimes they'll tell you, some of these successful YouTube creators, they'll tell you if you could put a video out, maybe 2 or 3 a week, and just let it sit there and let it pick up on its own. It'll pick up its own record. But you know what? You do what you got to do. I'm a vlogger, so being a vlogger, that's what I'm all about too. I mean, vloggers usually put out stuff pretty much on a daily basis, and that's what I do. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be always time. It's always going to deal with e-commerce. Like I said, it could be with anything. I might put a video out there and not even title it "Reselling News" or "Let's Talk," Reselling News or "Let's Talk eBay." I might just say, "How do I create my videos using a software?" So the title will change. It doesn't necessarily mean, let's talk eBay. I'm going to put that title. I'm going to talk about that particular subject. If I'm doing a video like that about what kind of software I use, I might just say how I make my videos in Filmora and just go on to that. And my intro, instead of saying, welcome to Reselling News or welcome to Let's Talk eBay, I'm going to just say, welcome to RJ Pasini or whatever. Or, hi, my name is Rich Pasini. I'm doing a video today about, creating videos with Filmora. That's what I use. That's my go-to software. Video editing software I use to create my videos. It doesn't matter, and I say this all the time in my other videos too. When it comes to create a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter what you don't have to be. I was listening to a guy recently. I don't know if it was on TubeBuddy or one of those things. No, I think it was another guy I was following, and he was talking about you don't have to be like Mr. Superior Genius to do a video. If you got hidden talents or you got talents and dreams, like I said, I always say in my videos that you want to do something or pursue something, go for it. Go for the gusto. Again, if you're a person that likes to bake, make videos on baking. If you're a person that's a craftsman, you like to make things out of wood, talk about what the things you're making. You don't have to have, and it doesn't have to be scripted. Sometimes I like to write down. I take a pen. I have a pen and paper with me all the time, and I will write down for today's topic. This is what I'm going to talk about for eBay, or this is what I'm going to talk about the reseller news, or this is what I'm going to talk about vlogging. I don't, sometimes I do it that way. It's not scripted, but I just write down this way, like little keynotes, or what am I going to talk to you guys about? And I think that's what really throws people off when it comes to a YouTube channel. They don't know what to talk about. They don't know, and they sit there. What am I going to talk about today? Well, I don't know. If you're a vlogger, I've seen it happen with other vloggers. They may talk about what they're going to do for today. Today, they'll show you they're going to have breakfast. You might see a person eating, not that people are getting into it, but I'll tell you one thing, because people say, who wants to see somebody eating breakfast? But I've seen videos, and my daughters brought this to my attention. They show you people eating food, and you're eating, and people are watching it. And I was like, are you serious? And you look, and he's like, people subscribe to this, and they're getting thousands upon thousands of people watching somebody eat soup, noodles, or ramen soups. I mean, it's like, you got to be kidding me. But they do. People create videos like that. I was watching a guy about restoration, and he gets little Matchbox cars. The little cars like that. We have Matchbox and the little cars, the little metal ones like that. And this guy's taking an old Mitsubishi Eclipse, rusted. It's a toy. It's a little model car. Not metal, but it's metal. And he's showing you how he takes it apart. He's putting paint thinner on it. He's taking a toothbrush. He's brushing all this stuff off. Then he's showing you spray painting it. And he's putting all new stuff on it. Made the thing look like brand spanking new. Did I watch it? Absolutely. Did I watch it to the beginning to the end? Absolutely. Did I subscribe? No. I'm not interested in restoration, But I watched it, though, right to the end. And that's the thing with YouTube. YouTube likes watch time. So if you're going to create a video, I will give you this tip. I'm not experienced on it, even though I have over 1,000 videos. It doesn't make me experienced, or I'm not an authoritative figure on YouTube per se. But from hearing from other YouTubers, they like that YouTube likes when you make long videos. For the simple reason is when you make longer videos, the advertisers see that there, and they could put more banners at the bottom. This is the way I understand it from other YouTube people. I'm talking about people that had hundreds of thousands or even millions of subscribers. That's the keynotes I get taken away from. I get from those from them talking about it. So don't be discouraged. I mean, I thought I was going to have 595 subscribers today. Went down to 593. Then this morning I woke up and was like, 594. I said, well, thank you. Whoever it is out there, whoever the 594th person is who subscribes to my channel, thank you. I hope you'll hang around. I don't know. Sometimes maybe people subscribe and then they get tired of me, or get tired of the content I put out. But regardless, and I said this before, and I stand by what I say. I don't care if my channel goes down to 0. I love doing videos. I'm not a professional at it. I don't have professional equipment. Okay, I use a little HP webcam. I'm using a little $3 mic, $2.50 mic I got from a thrift store to create my videos. And you know something? I'm okay with it. You could hear me talking. You could see me. All right. I don't have a state-of-the-art camera. I mean, the only thing I got back there is my digital video, Sony digital camera. It takes pretty good pictures, I think so. It's not state-of-the-art. It used the 8mm tape on it, so I got to rewind it, and then I have to use an adapter to plug into it, and plug into my computer, and then I have to upload it on software. It takes time. It does take time. If it's a half hour to do that, it's going to take a long time because I got to copy it up on the software. Then I got to edit, cut pieces out, and stuff like that, and that's where it becomes very time-consuming. So let's say between this and all the little cuts in between, it takes about an hour. If I finish up, let's say it was 10 o'clock today, this morning, that video will not be ready to be uploaded to YouTube till probably 12 o'clock if it's about an hour-long video. That's how long it takes for the video editing software to create it. It takes time. And I don't have state-of-the-art computers. I have HP stuff. I like HP, I mean, Mac is good. Macintosh computers are great, but they're a little pricey. As opposed to, but then again, if you get the high-end HP computers, they're a little pricey too. But I don't have state-of-the-art right now, so I have to work with what I have. And I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur. I try to, work things where it's going to be to my advantage. I don't go out and buy $1,000 cameras. You know, well that back there, right back there, that one you can see up there. If you can see it, the glare is probably, you know, bleaching it out. That was like close to $1,000. The Sony digital video camera, and it takes great pictures. Got super night vision on and stuff like that. And the one I take my photos for the eBay listings of the photos, that's another Sony. That's a Cyber Shot. That cost me about $600 back then. So, you know, I don't go overboard when it comes to cameras. And I even tell that to people, if you're going to get started with eBay, and for YouTube, for example, if you're going to create YouTube videos, you could use your iPhone. You know, I have an iPhone, so I use my iPhone sometimes. I'll do, you know, shots like that, live shots, whatever, and I'll upload it right away. And with the software from Filmora, they have a thing called Filmora Go. So if you're a person that loves Filmora, which I do, I could just make a video on Filmora, and boom, I could upload it right on the fly. If I'm somewhere, like if I might do a live shoot at an event or something like that, I could take the video, do all the processing on it, and bang, send it right to YouTube. You know, so they have that type of thing if you want to do it on the fly. But again, you don't have to go out and buy expensive cameras. Some people tell you who have YouTube channels, they say, yeah, you could shoot the video with your phone, with your iPhones or whatever, your cell phones. If you're a person that's doing like now, I'm using an HP webcam. I bought that was under $100 for that one there. It's got the stereo speakers. That's a nice little one. I think I talked about it once before. And you know, and as far as like digital cameras, you can go to Walmart, for crying out loud, and get one for like maybe $79, $69. You get yourself a little whatever, a little Sony or a Nikon, whatever you want to call it, whatever type of brand you're into. You get something cheap, inexpensive. You don't need to go out and buy a $2,000 camera to take pictures for eBay. You know, now if you want to if you're going to use that strictly, if you're going to make an investment like that and you're going to use it for your video logs, like for YouTube, well then you might want to consider getting one. I have the one I have. I mean, it does MPEG, but if I was to upgrade, I love Sony products in regards to, you know, recording. The one I like is the Sony HXV400, something like that. That camera there. It's got the telephoto lens on it. It's not interchangeable, but with that particular camera, I was watching a guy that had a video on it because I like to do the review. I like to watch the reviews, and that thing, when that lens pops all the way out, literally the moon's like this. When that person had that thing extended, you could see, no exaggeration. You could see, you could do it. Check it out for yourself. You could see the craters on the moon. That's how powerful this lens is, and it's a fixed lens, but it's telephoto, and it starts off. The moon starts off like this. And when it gets up there, you know, when it's fully extended, you can see the craters on the moon. That's how powerful this camera is. It's about $500. They come in, they vary. Like if you get them on eBay, I'd rather just go to like a Best Buy and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, but that would be the camera I'd upgrade. But right now, it's not in my budget. You know, I can't afford to do that just yet. But if I was, now that's a camera I would use I could use that for vlogging. And that's the other thing too. These cameras, unless they're lightweight, I don't remember. I remember picking up in the store. I don't remember the weight of it, but if you're going to hold it, even like on those little mini tripods, that after a while has got to get to your arm. I mean, you know, it's got to. I can't put that on. I can't hold that one. I can't put that on a little mini tripod. It's heavy. That's a heavy one. That's a heavy camera. That one. It's only as big, but it's heavy. Believe me. If I had it like that, you'd see my hands start to shake like that because, you know, trying to hold it up. It's too heavy to hold. So I could see why people wouldn't walk around with that there with a digital video camera, because it's, you know, you need to put on a tripod, you know. I mean, if you're going to do freehand like this is one thing, but if you had to turn it this way and hold it, that's heavy. I mean, I tried it once before, and it's heavy. It's heavy. So I could see why people will use regular cameras like you used to use for taking photos. Now they use them to make videos. So because they got the technology is unbelievable. It's really phenomenal, the technology they have built into these cameras. But that would be a camera I would upgrade to if I had, you know, money wasn't a problem. I would upgrade to that there. Would it create better videos? Absolutely. I'm sure the pictures would be crisp and clear. This HP webcam, it's okay. It's not like it's, you know, it's not a state-of-the-art one. Sometimes I look at the pictures, they're not 100% great quality, but again, when you're starting off, you work within a budget, you know. And heck, I go to thrift stores and I see not this type, but I see like Microsoft webcams, brand new and a thing. You can get them like for like $5, $10, brand new at the thrift stores. I don't buy them because I already had this one. I paid for this one here. Like I said, it was under $100 if I'm not mistaken. I think it's okay. It's an HP one. It's an HP webcam, and it works okay. You know, It is what it is, right? But listen, I want to take a break. I want to get some breakfast before it goes later on. And then after I have my breakfast, then I'm going to try to do the video, get this video taken, put it together. And then, like I said, we'll see what happens from there. If I'm going to make another video, I don't know if I'm going to do another one today. I may. What am I going to talk about? I don't know. That's the only thing I'm vlogging. If you're going to be a vlogger, you got to come up with things that you're going to talk about in some cases. Like for me, that's why I do the offshoot. I do with the Let's Talk eBay, which I talk about specific things about, let's say, what happened with eBay. Or when I do the reselling news, at least I have different topics to talk about to keep this YouTube fresh with content, different content. And that's another thing too. You want to keep the content fresh, okay? But you don't want to make videos that are so boring that people's like, this guy's just making videos because he wants to make videos. You don't want to do that either. You don't want to sit there and do a video about all you see is hands on maybe making a clay you're making clay and you're making a little bowl out of it. So that, although people would watch it, they probably would. I have to honestly say, people would watch it. It sounds crazy, but people would watch it. I bet you if you typed in YouTube, people dusting or cleaning their house, you'll probably see videos on it. I could be wrong, but I never checked it. But if people will make videos about people filming streams or going to the ocean, you've seen the waves cascading, which I've seen. Very relaxing, right? Because all you hear is the sound of the waves in the water. There was one I was watching where a person they had a little stream, right, and like in the forest. It was like a little brook, and the guy must have did like I have there, take a tripod and put your camera there, just focus on the water. All you see is the babbling brook going down there, and you hear the water, making that noise. And do you realize people, thousands upon thousands of people, were watching that video? Oh, I love the sound they hear in the water or the ocean, or they hear the waves. And people will listen to it. Some people put background music into it. But people just look at it. They just like to see the water flowing. You'd be surprised the things that people do. Before you do a YouTube channel, if you're ever thinking about like, oh, what am I going to do? Watch some of those videos. Just type in there, just out of curiosity. Type in anything. Anything you could think your mind of. Walking in the forest or doing sailing or whatever it is. Whatever comes to your mind. In some cases, you're going to get a hit on it. And just watch what these people are doing, right? Seriously. And then look at the views, and then look at the subscribers. Now, I'm not saying everybody that does ocean shots where they're near the ocean, the water is going back and forth, whatever, and they're watching the waves come in and out, you're going to get millions of watches or hundreds of thousands of watches. But just for curiosity, check it out for yourself. Don't take my word, but check it out. Go to YouTube, type in whatever. And if there is something there that comes up and you get a hit on it, just check out that video. And as you're doing it, okay, this is what I always do. I like to read the comments as number one. I like to read how many subscribers they have, that channel has. And I also like to see how many views they got. And you will be amazed at what you're going to say. This video got over 1,000 views or 200,000 views. I mean, it's probably been there for years, though. I mean, think about that. If you ever want to find out when the person started their YouTube channel, go to socialblade.com, type in that name, their name on there on YouTube. Click it on, and you will see it'll tell you what they make. They give you a range for the month, and they'll give you a yearly, what they make for the year. But it also tells you the date they started and what country. In some cases, they put the countries there, whatever. Go to Social Blade, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Some cases, you might say, oh, that guy's been on YouTube since 2006 or 2007. And he just left that video. He or she just left that video up there. And people stumbled across it. And they seen it. And they watched it. And that's it, So it's just like my videos. I mean, I don't know how many people subscribe, depending on what videos they watched that brought them to my channel. I don't know what brought them there. It could have been a host of videos. Because like I said, I got over 1,000 of them. So I don't remember verbatim exactly what I did. Unless I go through one by one, say, oh, I remember I did that one. Oh, yeah, I did a video about this. I don't remember. It's just too much. Okay? I'm not like PewDiePie. He's got almost 5,000 videos. I don't have that. I don't know if I'll ever have that there in my lifetime. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But don't give up on your dreams. In regards to eBay, hang in there. Things will eventually pick up, hopefully. And if not, you know what to do. You know what I would tell you what to do. And you do what you got to do. Basically, is if you're not making it that way, then you got to do alternative ways to make an income, and that may, in some cases, I hate to say it, in some cases it may be that a person may have to go back into the workforce, especially if you're doing this full time. But if you see you're not making a full-time income, you got to do what you got to do to, meet your financial obligations. But hopefully you won't have to get to that stage. Okay, but I will say this in closing: if you are going to start an eBay business, don't quit your day job just yet. Okay, I say that in my other videos, and I'm not saying it in a pessimistic way. I just don't want to see people going to this here head first and thinking, I'm going to be a successful eBay person, I'm going to make 5, 10, 15, 20,000, $30,000 a month, and then you find out later on it's not like you think. Okay, so just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to shatter anybody's dreams. Go for it. I'm still in the game. I've been with eBay for over 20 years. I signed up with eBay back in July of 1999, and I'm still with them to the present. You can check out. You'll see my listings there. And if you do happen to check out my listings, I will drop a link of the stuff I have. Read the feedbacks prior, if you are interested in the items I have. But if you're thinking about buying from me, before you buy, read the feedbacks. That's all I ask. Read some of the feedbacks of what other people are saying about my stuff I have, what I'm selling, and then you make your own decision. Okay? All right. I gotta go. Seriously, I love talking to you guys. I could talk to you guys all day. It's like that's what I love about YouTube. It's like, it's a gateway to it's a gateway to the world, and I feel like you could make so many friends on here just by creating videos. And hopefully people leaving comments back and forth. I don't get that many comments. It's okay. I mean, maybe people don't know what to talk to me about or whatever, but I just feel a part of the eBay community. The eBay community. Well, that too. Because they do have a community thing there too. I don't know if you guys, I talked about in my other videos about the eBay community. You could also sign up there as well, and you could also voice your issues, concerns, and be part of that group too. Outside the YouTube community, you also got the eBay community. So you could do both. But that's the other thing, really quick. Try to get involved with other YouTubers. If you're going to get a YouTube channel, go to their channels, especially if there's something similar to what you're doing, and you might want to leave comments on there. And as far as like with eBay, if you go to eBay community chat board, same thing. Leave comments on there, and you could try to build up a little base there of other sellers that may be in the same situation as you, or maybe they want to talk to you about things. Maybe I want to give you helpful tips on how to make better sales or whatever. And vice versa, it goes the same with YouTube. So, all right, a great day. If I don't talk to you guys, have a great weekend, okay? And I just want to say I wish you all the best. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Let's Talk eBay. Until next time, bye-bye for now.